Hi everyone. This started as something as everyday, as I wanted to print a document. So I went to a public computer and I gave my USB pen drive. I could print my document, so I back home, and I didn't use my pen drive in maybe 5 days. So when finally I must to use the pen drive because I must to give some homework and so on. And I connect my USB pen drive. So what I find is this. Actually, I didn't notice any strange because, well, sometimes I use this USB pen drive for public things, for take it to street, to take it to print documents, for example. So I didn't notice anything strange, but actually this is strange. So I enter here because I thought, well, maybe this is a configuration file, so this is not any problem. And I enter here, and so I found this. Well, this is my normal files, this part, but I noticed this folder, that it was something strange for me. And when I check this folder, because in that moment I started to think that something was wrong, so I entered to this folder, and so I noticed something strange. Actually, I usually created this file because I deleted the original file that was here. So I tried to recreate to show you how it was, and it was the same file. I mean, with this file, with this name. It was the same name like this, but it was not a text file. It was a JavaScript file. So I said, well, this is strange. How a JavaScript file here in my USB pen drive if I even don't create nothing in JavaScript? So I decided to analyze with Defender, I think, Windows Defender or malware bytes, I don't remember. So they showed me that it was malware. It was something suspicious. And well, in that moment I said, well, really, this is, there is something wrong here. So I decided to go back and I said, well, what is happening here? And I noticed that this was like a hidden folder. Actually, I have the configuration for show the hidden folders and hidden files, but it was not originally hidden. So the idea of the cyber criminal who created this malware was that this appears like this. Sorry, because this is in Spanish, because well, I work everything in Spanish. I live in Mexico, so the original idea was that the USB pen drive appears like this at the beginning. So the idea it was to open this, that this is an executable, this is a batch file. This is a batch file, and a batch file means that it contains a lot of scripts to give orders to a computer. So it will say that you must to open some files, you must to change something, you must to access to some network, you must to access to some website. It can have a lot of instructions to computers, directly to computers. So the original idea was that I open this. This is another recreation that I made because the original file I deleted also because it was something dangerous. So I recreated this, and this is a batch file. So when I open here, actually it would not show nothing strange. Just maybe it could appear like this command prompt that opens and closes rapidly. So I would not notice nothing strange. I will say, well, what's happening here? And so what happened with my documents? And maybe I could not note nothing strange. So well, fortunately I have activated the visibility for hidden folders and files, and I recommend you to do this, always to have this activated to can show the hidden folders and files. And well, so here actually was this folder, and here it was a JavaScript file. So what I decided to do is try to analyze this first. Before to delete, I wanted to analyze what is happening here, what is this file. So I analyze this, I upload this in this kind of virtual machine. This is a sandbox. A sandbox is this kind of virtual machine where you can upload and execute your files, suspicious files or malware, and you can see what is happening in the computer, and you can see a report of those of all the processes that is happening when you execute this file. So here there is some screenshots of these processes when the file, the malware, is executed. And well, this is some complicated. Here there is a report for all the processes that happen. So you can see here, they say that this is malicious. I will put the same information in another more easy way to see this. This is the same, actually. This is the same. And we can see what's happening with this file, with the JavaScript. This is the original. This is the original malware that I had in my USB pen drive. And well, it shows that it has malicious activity. And well, you can see here some other details. I will focus in this. What are the activities that it realizes? What it does? So we can see that it creates some folders. It creates some files. Delete some files. So it has a lot of scripts. And another important thing is that it executes some commands, and it changes the icacles. The icacles are the access control list, so it can change the permissions for the user. For example, it can deny the access to me of my own files, for example. But actually this malware, what does is that it allows the permission, complete permissions, complete access to my folders, to my files, to all my configuration, to the cybercriminal. And well, it executes some JavaScript files, you can see here, and it does a lot of other things. And well, these are some screenshots when I executed this malware, and you can see here a map. You can see a map of all the processes that it does. For example, executes these scripts in the command prompt. It changed the control access list, and well, here I want to show you. Let me see if I find here. This. It creates another executable. Actually, it drops it. It creates this executable in the system, and well, you can see that it does other processes here. So actually, it was not created in my computer, this file, because I didn't execute the malware. So now you can see here, these are the details of the processes. So now I want to show you another important issues here. For example, that it modifies the Windows register, some characteristic of Windows register. This has to do with the telemetry, with what you can see here, the telemetry, and it allows to download other files, other malicious files, without being detected by the antivirus. So that's why it's important to modify the register, the Windows register. So well, the antivirus cannot notice that something strange is happening here in the system. And well, we have here the dropped files that are created in the system. We can see the file that I showed you before. And here another important issue here, that if the malware tries to connect with another server, so it tries to create a connection between my system and the cybercriminal server, and it does that using some servers, some websites like this. And this is important because I will show you later the VLC ISC reading. And well, here there is a connections that it tries to implement. So we can see some of these directions, some IPs address. And well, we have another details of the DNS request. And we can see here this direction that I will show you later. And well, now I try to analyze what's happening with this domain. And you can see that some cybersecurity companies detect this like malicious website. For example, ESET, Kaspersky and others. But some others, they don't notice nothing strange. And others, they say, well, I don't know what's happening with that. So now we can see that some other people have the same problem since this year, 2017. But actually, this is older. This malware is older than 2017, maybe 2013, I think. And well, this person had with his client the same problem with this, that a malware was trying to connect with these IPs between them, the IP that I showed you before. And well, we have here some screenshots and other comments about this. But now what I want to show you is what I could find about this malware. What this malware tried to do. And well, I found in some blog what is the objective of this malware. So I found this article where they say about botnets, and actually this is the same malware that I have in my system. So well, we can see the date of this. This is from 2018, and they were tracking the domains because the malware uses the CNC, that is command and control server. This is the kind of computer in the cloud, actually. This is in the cloud that the cybercriminal uses for connect with the victim. And the objective is to mine cryptocurrencies. So they say that the first malware of this kind appeared in 2013. In 2013, it started to spread this worm. This is a kind of malware that spreads very rapidly by several computers. And you can see here the description of this. It's pressed via removable drives like mine. It employs a JavaScript file or script to perform tasks such as information collection, self-replication, like in this public place, in this public computer. And here you can see the diagram of how it works. And yes, this is about mining cryptocurrencies. So actually I could not notice, if I executed this malware, I could not notice nothing strange, just that maybe the computer is slower I could think that, well, maybe the computer is older, or I have a lot of files, or um, I don't know, maybe the processor is not working well. But actually, it was the malware, and it could be maybe difficult to figure out what it was happening there. And well, you can see other details of this story about this worm, the Bondat malware. And well, here you can see other details, that it spreads by means of a Trojan, and you have a lot of other things that it can do. For example, to attack WordPress websites, trying to get the access for this. And here is this part, and they say these details. And you can see how they try to do a brute force attack, trying to guess the passwords for the WordPress websites. They start to try several passwords. This is a brute force attack. And yes, this is a very important malware that was very it created a botnet of thousands of computers in the past, and today it keeps spreading. Like you can see in this video, it keeps spreading. So well, the recommendation is to be careful about the files that you download and the websites that you visit. So be aware, be careful about these kind of files. So I hope you are fine.